Welcome back to the Packaging School Show. I'm your host, Kevin Kegley, Creative Director at the Packaging School. At the Packaging School, we believe that packaging is awesome, especially when you can use it in many different and creative ways. As we've been working and playing from home, MaxPack, a packaging and container company in the UK, issued a challenge to consumers everywhere to see what other purposes packages can serve. They asked, what can you do with a cardboard box? They received many submissions, each more creative than the last. My entry is a cool box that holds all my other little boxes. I didn't have a lot of time. And because today is May the 4th, check out what this guy named Raphael does with corrugated cardboard. May the 4th be with you. Always. Speaking of packaging that can serve multiple purposes, a few episodes ago, I talked about something called Snapped, a one-hand, single-dose dispensing package. I was able to connect with Rich Quelch of Lifestyle Packaging, and he said this little package is able to do much, much more than just dispense hand sanitizer.
Can you tell us how this concept was born? Was it born out of the necessity of COVID-19, or was it just something that just happened to appear that you've been working on that was like, wow, that's right on time?
Yeah, well, we've been working with some partners over time, and it was quite interesting. It was quite coincidental. I would use that word. We were actually looking at developing some sort of hand sanitizer or some sort of liquid that supported the cleanliness of somebody. And this was before COVID-19 started to rear its head. So basically, Origin Pharma Packaging supply around about 68% of the UK pharmacy market. So it's a big chunk of the market, and they actually, a lot of the pharmacy brands in the UK were asking us, have you got anything we can give to our customers? So this was kind of coincidental. Then COVID-19 decided to make an appearance, and obviously no one wanted them to make an appearance. And we decided to launch Snapped with essentially in parallel with hand sanitization. And it's the ease of it. It's not carrying those big bulky bottles around in your pocket. It's the efficiency and the quickness of the product to take it out a wallet or take out your purse and quickly snap it onto your hands, done, and then dispose into the bin.
Now, this particular packaging product, it's pretty versatile, and you said you've been working on it, and it was almost coincidental that you can release it now in this age. But what are some other uses of this particular package?
It's a good question, and this is what really excites me. And I don't tend to get involved in the sales side and be part of the sales team of selling the product, but I'm that passionate about it. I've decided to dip my toe in to be a salesperson. I'm a commercial marketeer, but I'm not a salesman. But I love it that much because of how adaptable it is as a product and as a dispensing device. Essentially, it can range from hand sanitizing. You can put creams in there for face creams and hand creams. You can even, dare I even say, you could put honey in it. So if you want a bit of honey on your toast, all you need to do is snap up and snap, and then release it onto your toast. That's basically an application as well. There could be elements around liquid paracetamol. So if you've got a headache at work, instead of getting your big bulky bottle out or paracetamol, get it out your purse, snap it into your mouth, and you're done.
Wow.
And that's the exciting bit, is understanding what people's vision is for the Snap device.
Right.
And then they will come to us, and we'd work with them to make it work, essentially.
Wow. And I think the interesting thing about that, too, is it sounds like it's sort of a new stock package that can be branded to anybody's application.
So yeah, it's exciting the fact that it can be fully brandable. And when it comes to just branding as the standard rectangle and square shape, it's within the cost, which is quite exciting. Obviously, when it gets to the stage of customizable and different shapes and sizes, there's a slight extra, but people will pay for having their own bespoke design.
What's the relationship between Lifestyle Packaging and Origin Pharmaceuticals?
It's an easy one. Essentially, 55 years ago, Origin Pharma was born, and basically the company manufacture into pharmacy and pharmaceutical industries. And I joined the business just under 5 years ago, and my job was essentially to to support the company to grow into the pharmaceutical industry furthermore. And our online exposure was becoming greater, which is really exciting. So we were getting a lot of startup pharma, a lot of large pharma coming to us for either, at heart, we're a child-resistant packaging expert. So they'll come to us with problems, and we would give them the solution. And because we were getting that much exposure online with good marketing, I'll say in brackets, it's not all me, my team helped me.
Yeah.
And we were gaining leads and inquiries from other industries and who were seeking pharmaceutical standard packaging. So it was kind of, the brand for Origin wasn't really marrying itself up to, I don't know, let's just say personal fragrance brands or home fragrance or personal care. It just didn't make sense. So that's when, at the end of the end of 2018, I can't remember, it's just been born just under a year. We launched Lifestyle to basically appease those industries. But what's really exciting is they get the expertise of packaging design, but they get the pharmaceutical robust supply chain with all the certification, legislation. They have that as a comfort blanket, really. And using that 55 years we've had in pharma and healthcare and bringing that into another industry, it's kind of revolutionizing what we're doing within the lifestyle remit.
For sure. I think the name's perfect because everything you've been touching on, it is lifestyle. Because while we might take aspirin or whatever for a headache, under lifestyle, you're getting into things like essential oils, even other health products. So packaging's everywhere. And I've described it as like air, like we don't even know it, but we breathe it every day. And it's interesting how specific you can get with your packaging. Now, we live in a certain age right now. We're in this global pandemic. Everybody's working from home. Has this time in history shined a light on any new packaging ideas or things that Origin or Lifestyle is even looking into that may not only help us now, but even carry us beyond COVID-19?
Oh, very good question. We have a wonderful NPD team back at base, and our NPD director, I call him the Oracle internally because his knowledge is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. To answer the question, yes, we're developing products specifically around sanitization, hygiene, because what we've got to do as a population across the world is our cultural change once COVID-19 decides to pass, and I'm very confident that a vaccine will be created. Obviously not in the short term, but in the long term, this will eventually go. Mm-hmm. But I think once it's gone, I think as a packaging company, we are looking at ideas of how we can help adapt to that culture. So obviously, a lot of sanitization will be in place. But how do we get those products, and how easy is it for people to sanitize themselves? Whether it's going into a major football stadium or whether it's going into a shopping mall or whatever you want to call it. We're looking now at how we can help support those people. So we're looking at packaging, but also transferring into the, I suppose, public spaces. And Snaps can lend itself quite nicely to that. Right. But there's also other things that we're looking at to support those volume size, because it's important, because we don't want it to come back because it's such a hindrance to the world.
Yes, for sure. Well, it sounds like, I'm sure you guys, like even given your name, you're looking at how you can help everyone's life, how their lifestyle can be improved by packaging. And I think that's an important takeaway is, again, it's something that everybody in the world uses on a daily basis. We use packaging, but we don't think about it. But thankful for people like you and your team and the Oracle that's thinking of unique ways to create packaging that will improve our lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Rich, thank you for your time. Do you have any closing thoughts or words you'd like to share? Because this show is geared towards people in the packaging world. So you have the ears, the eyes, the focused attention of the packaging world.
Well, to you, Kevin, I totally appreciate you picking up on Snapped a few weeks ago and running on the show, which I do find very, very humorous, which is really good. I do appreciate the exposure, and it's great that it's prodding the imagination as well. It's such a simple design, but a simple design that can make life so much easier. which is find it really exciting. And all my other packaging buddies across the world who are involved in packaging development and design, keep going and do what you're doing, because like you said, it's what we breathe every day. And if we can make people's lives easier, we'll be doing our job correctly.
All right. Well, Rich, those are great closing thoughts. Thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to your day.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kevin.
Had such a great time talking with Rich about such a fascinating package. And if you know about any fascinating packages or interesting packaging stories, please share them in the comments, and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend. You know what else is awesome? Washing your hands. So keep calm and carry on and wash your hands.